Winter Wrap-Up is a great and popular episode with the show's first really big, catchy musical number in it. The concept of the episode is creative and totally awesome. Ponies have to physically clean up winter in order to change the seasons? Amazing! When you think about it, this totally throws into question the relationship between Equestria and our world. I mean, if ponies control the seasons, does that mean that the seasons don't occur in nature? How would the world operate without their weather maintenance? How can their world not have its own weather? Do the seasons occur in the same conventional order as they do in our world? And if so, then how did the ponies come up with the idea of managing the weather this way? Was there a time before weather? Is it possible that season 1 really is in chronological order, and the only reason Fall Weather Friends comes right after Winter Wrap-Up is that the seasons operate in a way beyond our comprehension? I could go on like this all day, but for the sake of my sanity, let's carry on. Spike is kind of a jerk in this episode, mostly out of being really tired. It got me wondering if Spike should actually be hibernating through the winter. After all, neither Spike nor Twilight seems to know much about dragon physiology. The dragon from Dragonshy seemed intent on sleeping all goddamn day. Maybe dragons hibernate and Spike is accidentally living an unhealthy lifestyle. Here's a fun little aside. Did you notice that Fluttershy isn't the captain of the animals team? Later in the episode, she seems to be the outspoken member of the group, but she probably didn't want to be captain because she was too timid for command. Another aside, I just noticed that Pinkie Pie claims to have been performing the ice skating job since she was a very small filly. In my Pony Ages video, I wondered about how long Pinkie Pie has lived in Ponyville and whether or not her rock farm is a part of Ponyville. If it is, well, that explains a lot, but if her farm isn't a part of Ponyville, then she must have moved there a long time ago, likely immediately after the Sonic Rainboom event. Getting more into the technical side of this episode, I get the feeling that Winter Wrap-Up may have been an early episode in the MLP production cycle. While the animation is more ambitious than the likes of the Ticketmaster, there are a lot of awkward or wonky facial expressions which would never be seen again in later episodes. It definitely doesn't feel like it was made after Applebuck season, which was the earliest episode to have really sure-handed animation. The lesson of this episode was unexpected. It's interesting that the town's stubborn tradition is represented as more important than Twilight's magic. In fact, it's strange that this supposedly Earth Pony founded town has a tradition in which Pegasi do most of the work. Surely it was Pegasus and Earth Pony founded, right? You know, since they would have had a town with no weather otherwise. It's nice that Twilight found her place in all this, but I don't know how I feel about promoting counterintuitive tradition. We do see that when Twilight tries to use magic, she fails at it, which makes it seem like magic may legitimately be an ill-advised way of wrapping up winter, but you'd think they'd try to find some way to make it work. On another more tangential note, if you've been watching my videos, you know that I consider the main pony design to be a catch-all for ponies ages 15 to 30. Well, now I'm going to add to that the design is also representative of multiple body types, my basis being the line in which Applejack says Twilight is moving awful fast for such a little pony. We of course don't see any difference between the size of Twilight and any other mare, but maybe in universe they're meant to be different sizes. Or it could just be that AJ was comparing her to the other ponies which are pushing plows, since the rest of them all appear to be male. And lastly, does the part wherein the Pegasus pony strip all the snow away remind anyone else of Daikon 4? So yeah, this is a solid episode, though it's one that doesn't really stand out except for having a bangin' song in the middle. It also makes me think I should probably go ahead and wrap up winter myself.
3 months of winter coolness and awesome holidays.
We've kept our hoofsies warm at home, time off from work to play.
But the food we've stored is running out, and we can't grow in this cold.
And even though I love my boots, this fashion's getting old.
The time has come to welcome spring and all things warm and green, but it's also time to say goodbye. It's winter, we must clean. How can I help? I'm new, you see. What does every pony do? How do I fit in without magic? I haven't got a clue. Winter wrap up, winter wrap up. Let's finish our holiday cheer. Winter wrap up, cause tomorrow spring is here. Cause tomorrow spring is here. Bringing home the southern birds. A Pegasus job begins, and clearing all the gloomy skies to let the sun shine in. We move the clouds and we melt the white snow. When the sun comes up, its warmth and beauty will glow. Winter wrap up, winter wrap up. Let's finish our holiday cheer. Winter wrap up, winter wrap up. Cause tomorrow spring is here. Winter wrap up, winter wrap up. Cause tomorrow spring is here. Cause tomorrow spring is here.
Little critters hibernate under the snow and ice.
We wake up all their sleepy heads so quietly and nice.
We help them gather up their food, fix their homes below.
We welcome back the southern birds so their families can grow. Winter wrap up, winter wrap up. cheer. Winter wrap-up, winter wrap-up. 'Cause tomorrow spring is here. Winter wrap-up, 'cause tomorrow spring is here. 'Cause tomorrow spring is here.
No easy task to clear the ground. Plant our tiny seeds with proper care and sunshine. Everyone it feeds. Apples, carrots, celery stalks, colorful flowers too. We must work so very hard. It's just so much to do.
Winter wrap-up, winter wrap-up.
Let's finish our holiday cheer.
Winter wrap-up, winter wrap-up.
'Cause tomorrow spring is here.
Winter wrap-up, winter wrap-up.
'Cause tomorrow spring is here.
'Cause tomorrow spring is here.
Now that I know what they all do, I have to find my place and help with all of my heart. Tough task ahead I face. How will I do without my magic? Help the earth pony way.